The New England Patriots dynasty is chock full of elite professionals who simply do their job better than anyone else in the NFL. With a head coach like Bill Belichick and an owner like Robert Kraft to set the tone, the Pats have a ton of superb coaches come through their system. We're talking about guys like Charlie Weiss, Patricia, Josh McDaniels, all of whom became highly touted coaching prospects during their time in New England. And then in true Patriots fashion, they have the mysterious Godfather type figures, like Ernie Adams, who has gained a lot of notoriety in recent years for the role he's played with the team, like how he famously spotted the opportunity for a New England cornerback to jump the route if the Seahawks came out in a set that featured two wide receivers bunched. It was an opportunity that Malcom Butler capitalized on brilliantly, saving the Patriots from a third consecutive Super Bowl loss.
In Arizona, getting ready to play Seattle. For our defense, I'll set up the way I think Seattle might attack us on offense.
Along with players like Butler, who had their one or two shining moments with the team, the Patriots have also been fortunate to have the likes of Tom Brady, who has all but earned the title of GOAT throughout the dynasty's tenure. It is that level of excellence that has put the franchise head and shoulders above the rest of the NFL for the past 20 years, culminating in 15 AFC East championships, 9 AFC championships, and 6 Super Bowl championships since the turn of the millennium. Amongst all the well-known New England heroes like Brady, Belichick, and Kraft, there has been one other constant in the organization throughout the dynasty's lifetime: Ivan Fears. Fears started off his NFL coaching career with the Patriots as a wide receivers coach back in 91-92. At the end of the season, he took an opportunity in Chicago where he spent 5 years before returning to New England in 1999, meaning he has actually been with the New England Patriots even longer than Bill Belichick. Fears is actually the third longest tenured coach in the entire NFL, which is insane, especially in today's day and age. In 2002, Fears transitioned from coaching the wideouts to the running backs and has remained with the franchise ever since. One minor mystery about Fears that we can't seem to find an answer to is why he ever stopped working with wide receivers. As a receivers coach in 2001, Fears helped both Troy Brown and David Patton have career seasons. Brown set a franchise record with 101 receptions and netted a career-high 1,199 yards, earning his first Pro Bowl selection. Patton, who entered the season with just 71 career receptions over 4 NFL seasons, claimed the starting role opposite Brown and was credited with 51 receptions for 749 yards and 4 touchdowns. Interestingly, this was an insanely similar result to the impact Fears had on Patriots receiving corps when he took over in 1991. That year, Irving Fryer turned in the first 1,000-yard season of his career, finishing with 1,014 yards on 68 receptions for 14.9 yards per catch. That is a pretty epic progression for a 7-year vet who had only surpassed 800 yards in a season once. Perhaps Fears just knows football. So, who is this Ivan Fears character, other than the latest shadowy figure in the Patriots dynasty? For starters, he's a 64-year-old Virginian man who played just a couple of years of football at the College of William and Mary before his playing career was cut short undergoing 3 knee operations. So, not exactly a royal football pedigree. However, what Fears lacked in his on-the-field resume, he more than makes up for in actual coaching experience. After coaching in a graduate assistant role at his alma mater in 1976, he became the full-time wide receivers coach at the university. After a few years at William and Mary, he set his sights up north on Syracuse, where he coached for the next 10 years. In 1991, Fears transitioned to the NFL, joining the Patriots staff, and he has coached in the NFL ever since. It is safe to say that Ivan has some pretty extensive coaching experience, in addition to all of the championships that he has been instrumental in winning. Fears has also been credited with a shockingly consistent carousel that has been the Patriots' backfield over the past 20 years. Sure, there have been some studs like Kevin Falk and Corey Dillon, but so much of their success has been a result of the diverse multi-back approach the team uses. Under Fears' guidance, the Pats' rushing attack has finished in the top 10 in 13 out of 17 seasons. They accomplished this with only 4 1,000-yard rushers and countless different guys contributing. One of the most impressive facets of Fears' coaching strategy is his ability to maximize a player's strength. He took LeGarrette Blount, an underperforming bruising back, and put him in a position to set a franchise record with 18 rushing touchdowns in 2016. On the other side of the coin, he took Danny Woodhead, a shifty running back who wasn't even drafted, and what did he do? Only set the franchise record for yards per carry, netting 5.6 yards per attempt. A relatively anonymous figure in an organization that is littered with famous figures, It is a testament to Fear's greatness that he has been given so much credit. The other coaches and players both rave about him. Josh McDaniels, the Patriots OC, explained it as such, quote, "He always tells us the truth, good or bad. If he agrees with something, he'll tell you. If he disagrees with something, he'll tell you. You get the same guy every day. He's very consistent, and I think that's what players love about him," end quote. And while the coaches admire his professional approach, the players seem to be captivated by his excitement for the game. Sony Michel, who just completed a very successful rookie season with the Patriots, said, quote, "He's someone who's fun to play for because he gets locked in at games. It means as much to him as it does to the players. It's his style of caring. Regardless of the results on the field, I feel appreciated," end quote. It can't be overstated how important that is, especially when you coach running backs, a position that has been devalued and can at times be taken for granted in today's game. Obviously, the positive impact that Michel feels that Coach Fears has had on him paid off. In the 2018-19 NFL playoffs, he set the NFL postseason record for most rushing touchdowns by a rookie in a single playoffs with 6. People inside the Patriots organization believe that there is another secret ingredient that Fears has, which makes him so impactful on the team's younger players: his enthusiasm.
Ivan, what was your reaction when the team drafted Sonny Michel? I mean, what was
Loved it. Oh, great.
You get excited any time a running back's...
McDaniels describes this enthusiasm in a rather colorful way. Quote, "He's still full of piss and vinegar. That's just what he is. He's a guy that, if he feels our group needs a bit of a jolt, he's going to give them the jolt they need," end quote. Rex Burkhead, who has been a running back under Fear since he joined New England in 2017, agreed with that sentiment. Quote, "He's so passionate about the game of football. You see his enthusiasm for us to get out there and work and do better. He's someone who's fun to play for because he gets locked in at games and it means as much to him as it does to the players," end quote. That is a ringing endorsement. A big part of the reason that Fears is able to motivate and engage that ever-changing Patriots backfield is the way he sets the tone when they first arrive in New England. Despite the fact that many young players in the NFL now feel like they deserve playing time or a certain number of touches based on where they were drafted or what they have previously accomplished, Fears respectfully scoffs at that notion. He makes it abundantly clear when a back gets to New England that they have to earn it every day. "Playing time is not a given," Fears said. "You want to be here at the Super Bowl every year? You've got to work. This is something you earn. You have to earn everything every year. Guys learn that and they get an idea for why we work so doggone hard." By effectively instituting and monitoring a team-first meritocracy, Fears is able to earn the respect of his players and get the most out of them week in and week out. Despite being one of the longest tenured coaches in the NFL, Fears is far from a Luddite and is very accepting of many modern training methods. This is a key differentiator between him and many of the old-timey coaches that have been phased out over the past 15 or 20 years, the willingness to grow and adapt. Listen to this quote from Fears about how he likes to change things up, not only game to game, but also in the midst of battle. Quote, "Tempo for us, it's like any aspect of the game. You use this one to benefit and you don't when it's not. I think you've got to leave that. We're not one to stick to any one thing. You say you do what you do, well, we're going to do what it takes to win. That's the way it is. Whatever fits us for what we have, that's a lot of them. What do you have to play with? What's going to work against the opponent? That's what you want to put together, and that's where you spend all of your time to come up with something to win with." End quote. This is a pretty far departure from his contemporaries who lived and died by their way. Fears has also become a big proponent of having his backs consult with the designated team professionals for any number of things: nutrition, sleep studies, psychologists, and strength training, being at the forefront of importance to Fears. He believes that making use of the endless resources today's NFL players have to access is invaluable and that it helps him to keep guys healthy and productive. Quote, "But still, we've been able to stay together as a unit, and every little aspect of our program that helps us get things done has been big. The nutrition part, the weight training, the sleep studies, the whole package has helped the guys stay healthy and been big." End quote. On top of all of his coaching experience and professional accolades, Fears appears to be just a genuinely good guy. A good guy who respects and motivates his players and loves football and knows it as well as just about anyone. He also seems to be pretty easygoing and has a good sense of humor. Check out this priceless video of him reading off his daughter Kim's tweets about his fatherly idiosyncrasies.
Today he said, "Too bad that Pink Panther movie doesn't come out till next week. I wanted to see that. He meant Black Panther.
There you have it. Ivan Fears is no longer a mysterious figure with quite possibly the most 90s action thriller movie bad guy name of all time. He's a motivator, a father, and he is one hell of a coach. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, feel free to click the subscribe button down below. If you like the video, then like the video. We'd really appreciate it. And last but not least, don't forget to tune into TPS for more cool videos every single day.